welcome to another episode of Between the Studs. I am your host, Daniel, and I am joined today by...
Joe.
And...
Randy.
And today we are going to be doing a tier list ranking of all of the LEGO employee exclusive holiday gifts that they typically give out around Christmas time.
Solid.
Yeah.
So to introduce you a little bit to the history of employee gifts, they've been going on since 2009 is what I read officially, but there is one in Bricklink that's listed for 2008. So we'll cover that as we jump into it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. A little bit.
Wait, Scandalous, isn't that the video we just did?
We did.
Yeah.
We'll go back and watch that one after this one
After this
is
one.
over. But today we're going to be talking about these employee exclusive gifts. So some interesting tidbits about these is that these are given out to basically employees not only at the corporate level, but also employees at the retail store level.
Right.
And as far as I know, I think it's a little ambiguous, but I would guess that you have to be a full-time employee and probably had to have worked
That's what I'm
there
pretty sure.
at least for half
Yeah.
of that given year. So I think that's how they do it. Something I did not know about this, though, that I found out was that they also give them to the factory workers.
Oh, nice.
Supposedly
That's
get the
cool.
employee gifts.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And allegedly, I don't know if this is still true, if this is outdated information, but LAN ambassadors should also get these employee gifts.
I feel like
I've
we should.
seen several of them review it every year, so I assume that is true.
Yeah, makes sense to me. But we're going to be covering a lot of these very cool LEGO sets that have come out every year, as well as some of the more exclusive things like Play Day events, design seminar sets. And then in addition to the LEGO sets, supposedly all of the employees every year get a non-LEGO item. So think like a camping chair or a chess set or a couple other fun things that we'll
They're pretty crazy.
talk about.
Honestly.
It's much harder to find information about those,
Right.
so we may only
That's
have
interesting.
some of them covered here and not all of them. But by all means, feel free to drop down in the comments if there's any ones that we missed. So without further ado, let's dive right into our tier list here. So we are going to start in 2008 with the Heart Polybag. So this is
It's just a heart.
yeah,
Right?
it's just a little heart in a poly bag, so it's nothing too crazy.
But they love them.
This has 92 pieces in it, and they're pretty much all
Yeah.
red bricks.
Oh yeah, that's.
It's
oh,
a red
yeah,
heart.
that's
So yeah,
You know what? They love their employees.
right, they do, and I
Yeah.
think that was the
Yeah.
gist. We're like, oh, hey, we love our employees, so
Yeah.
we'll give it out to you. So how are we feeling about this heart poly bag? Let's make sure we're using the full breadth of the scale here, because we have a lot of employee
yeah,
gifts
I'm
to
going with an F on that
rank.
one.
F tier.
F
we
tier,
think,
sorry.
okay.
I don't see any reason to make it any higher.
Yeah.
It was also a poly bag. I
Yeah.
think it was one of the only ones of these that only came in a poly bag.
The only
How many
credit
pieces were?
I can give
92
to it.
pieces.
92 pieces.
Only thing I
Yeah.
can credit is it is the first one.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the
that's
first
that's
one.
the best.
They had to start somewhere.
I'm not saying it's better,
Yeah,
but you know,
okay.
it's just it is the 1st one.
I'm still voting for F tier.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll put it in
I
F.
can't disagree with that.
If we have to, we'll shuffle it around
Yeah.
later, but I don't think we're going to come back to that.
Yeah.
So the other thing that came out in 2008, supposedly as an exclusive employee gift, was the 6 red bricks
Oh, that
thing
was
here.
cool.
So
Yeah.
this came in a nice little sort of glossy red box here, and the fun statistic that LEGO always likes to say is that with 6 2x4 red bricks, you can make, it's something like 15 billion
It's an insane
different
amount of
Different
combinations.
things, yeah.
It's a ridiculous number.
So LEGO loves to lean into the statistic. There was also a book that came out for the anniversary of the brick that had 6 red bricks in it.
Yeah.
If you go to LEGO House, you can get a little poly bag with 6 red bricks in it, as well as get your little name printed on a card with one of your own unique combinations and the number out of 15 billion
That's
or whatever it is.
wow.
That's your unique combination.
pretty
So
That's
solid.
cool.
I guess
okay.
until 15 billion people have visited LEGO
Yeah.
House,
I
I think
it's
that's
be
gonna
long.
take a minute.
I
Yeah.
gotta get there. I gotta get there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So, how are we feeling about this? This is nice. It comes in a nice little kind of box thing. This one's a little
Yeah.
more rare. I don't think I've seen this one.
I feel
very
like that's a C.
often. A C tier.
I feel like
Okay.
that's a C. There's a lot to it. There's a lot behind it. I think if you know all the things behind it, makes it a lot more special.
Yeah.
So
And it
I
looks
think
like
that's
it
cool.
looks like it came with like a little card that probably
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, thanks for working for us. Here's 6 red bricks, which you
Yeah.
can combine in 15
Yeah.
billion different, whatever.
Hopefully, it had a really cool note with it.
Right. All right, the next one we've got is the Great Return of the Heart set in 2009.
Really?
Really? And this time it was in a box instead of a poly bag. Same 92 parts, same bricks, same.
So,
they
it's in a
really,
box,
really,
though.
they really,
It's
really
in a box.
love their
It's
It
not a
is-
poly
it
bag.
is in a box.
So I think by that
Yeah.
logic,
I think it's an E.
I think it's
Yeah.
an E just
I
because
like
it got
the
a.
box.
because it
Go
got
box.
Hey,
a-
honestly,
box, yeah.
I would feel a lot better getting that in a box as a gift than a poly
Love
bag.
it.
Fair,
Yeah.
a little better than a poly bag. Okay.
Do you think they tied it with a bow?
Probably.
No. Wow.
Yeah.
This one's rated for 7 to 99 years.
Sorry
Looks
for
like
all
the
you-
polybag was as well. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry to all you 100-year-old Lego fans.
We're Lego employees.
Yeah,
I don't
honestly.
know.
Yeah.
Not if they employ
There's-
anyone over the age of 99, but
I want to break the mold for that.
tough luck.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right, our next one here, we're going to move right on to 2010. So this was the Christmas game. So this was the board game, which came with one of the Lego rubberized dice
Oh, I
pieces.
forgot this thing existed.
Those reindeer are something. Wow.
And Lego
Yeah.
games in general are not great.
Right.
People don't love them because they're not that cool. There's only one thing about this that I like, and it's the tree. The tree is
Right.
amazing.
This is kind of
It
a
is
cool
a good
dual molded, like a marbled tree with sort of a green on the bottom and white
Yeah.
on the top. A relatively rare piece. I think it may have also come in some Belleville sets or something like that, but a pretty neat piece.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's one of the only Lego games that's really worth anything. on
Because
Brick
of
Yeah.
the tree.
I mean, apart from maybe I think the Lord of the Rings one.
The dude, Helm's Deep. That
Right,
one.
the
I
Helm's
don't-
Deep was pretty
I
expensive.
don't have
The Harry
that 'cause
Potter
it is
one might be a little bit.
stupid expensive.
Yeah.
So this is one of the few Lego games that
Yeah.
Is
carries
that
any
those
value.
reindeer? Come on.
Yeah, with the
Look at that.
creepy soulless eyes.
Wow.
Only because of the part.
They've seen some
I can
things.
see this not
Yeah.
being the absolute worst. I'd say it's a D because it can't
D
be.
tier,
It's not worse than
yeah.
the heart.
Yeah, I'll go with D tier on
I
this.
don't
Okay.
think that's worse than the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the heart's pretty bad. If the heart gets bumped down to an E
Then
or
it might
down to
get-
an F,
yeah.
this may go down to E. We'll see. So
Relatively
next up is
Yeah.
the one of our first non-Lego holiday gifts. So this
Okay.
was sort of a gift set of various sort of items. There were some tote bags and stationery items in there, some note cards, and things like that. So I don't know if anything in here was explicitly exclusive or if this
Yeah.
was just kind of the same kind of stuff that you could buy in general in the same year, but it's just. I don't know. It's not great.
I don't
So
like
yeah,
it.
it's got like a tote bag with like some bricks and like the minifigures are kind of
What
playing
are they
around on
doing?
it.
Okay. I don't
Wait,
This is
I got
very,
it. I
this
know
is
what
very
they're doing.
Lego-y
I know
for
what
the
they're
time.
doing. This looks
Looks
very
like a
Parkour!
keyboard.
Parkour!
Yeah.
It is kind of
Parkour.
like Lego parkour. Yeah, that's good.
I think it's an E.
An E tier. All right,
Okay.
I'll settle for that.
Yeah.
I'll
But
say
that
that's
does.
I still
Put
vote
it-
for F on
Putting
that one.
that in
Sorry.
an E makes me want to knock the heart
Well,
down too.
I like
Yeah.
that this was the first year that they added a non-Lego thing as
Right,
well.
right.
So what I've heard from various Lego employees who I've purchased some of these things off of in the past was that every year they give you both, and a lot of the employees for years would sell off the Lego set because
Right.
it was worth a lot.
Yeah.
But the non-Lego item would have more practical use,
Right,
so
you
they
could
could
actually
actually
use
use it
it,
and
yeah.
enjoy it. It was just kind of a side bonus that it was
Right.
Lego branded. It was never really made to be this sought-after collectible. Like I mentioned, most of these things aren't even on Bricklink, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, kind of interesting there that they started doing it at least. All right, next one. We are going into 2011 here. We have the employee exclusive duck set. This was the first iteration of a Lego duck, so not as good as if you might be familiar with like the
That one.
Lego house.
Yeah.
That one's amazing.
Yeah, this one's
I
a
have
little
that
bit
one.
more
Yeah, me
simplistic.
too.
The beak.
Actually, I think
doesn't-
we all have that
Yeah.
one, don't
Uh-huh.
Do we all have that?
I have that
You
one,
have
yeah, I
Okay,
have
all
that
three of
one.
us have
Yeah.
this set.
Mhm.
Okay, or sorry, not this set.
one.
No.
The other set. We're
The other
talking
one, yeah.
I do
Yeah.
have this set. We've got it on the table down here
Oh,
at the
there
end.
we go.
If you want to take a look
There
at
we
it.
go.
So it does include the pull string. You can pull it along. The wheels roll, but the beak
Yeah.
doesn't like open up and down. It's also a pretty simple color
The
scheme.
Yeah,
picture
It's
on
kind
the
of
back
black
is
and
great
white.
though.
Yeah, this
The-
is
the
this
packaging
is
is
a great
really
box.
good. I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
tell
kind of
ya.
like a matte finish, but like
Yeah.
with this glossy areas
Yeah.
with this
Yeah.
like simple like line drawing of the duck. It's
Yeah.
a nice package. You got the back with the little kind of historical breakdown of
Yeah.
Ole Kirk making wooden toys and
Great
stuff.
picture,
so.
and it has the
Yeah.
whole story on there for you. I
Right,
think
which
that's
is
fun.
solid.
Yeah. I would
It
get this
isn't a
one.
great
Yeah.
like it isn't bad, but it's not
Yeah.
a great set. So I think it's B or A. But I'm torn between. I don't think it can be good enough to be an A.
I was gonna say
I was-
B.
I was
gonna
gonna
say
say
B
B.
anyway
I was
because
gonna
I
say
did have
B.
this one and I I did pay a lot of money
Yeah.
for it.
It is
but
expensive,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's been a little bit overshadowed by a more recent
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
reproduction of the
Exactly.
set.
Yeah.
It's sort of.
I
a
think
better-
without that, maybe it would be higher.
Yeah.
But because I know that exists.
Yeah.
Right. This one has a little more classic charm to
Yeah,
it,
oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
and the packaging is certainly nice. I honestly don't even know if I'll ever open this one because I don't think it's the set.
You
that's
have
really
the other one.
Yeah.
the exciting.
Don't
part of this
oversell
one. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, don't
All right,
oversell
we'll go
it,
with
yeah.
a solid B tier
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the duck there.
I like that the set number is
Like
just
it.
2011.
Yeah, that's fun.
Now, also in 2011, we got something pretty fantastic, and that is the Lego
That's
Group
Okay,
This is-
Past
carefully.
and Present.
Carefully. Yeah.
It's a book. It's a big book.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever read the book?
That's Lord of the Rings book.
It's a lengthy book. It's one page.
Whoa.
Yes.
So you
Wait.
open this up here. They're good.
Oh, they're good. Okay.
So in December of 2011, dear colleagues, and you get this big whole long letter. So most of these other years, there is like a card that's included.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah.
a printed card that's like from the president or the CEO or whoever saying, oh, we had a great year. We introduced some new themes.
Yeah.
So like in this one, let's see, new and exciting launches including Ninjago, Alien Conquest, and Heroica. New IPs such as Pirates of the Caribbean, Cars 2, and continued growth in our long-standing lines like City, Duplo, Hero Factory, Star Wars, and Harry Potter. So,
Which is crazy because
So
2011
cool.
is like when they kind of ended Harry Potter for a while.
Yeah.
right, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, but fascinating to see,
Yeah.
exciting new launches including Ninjago.
I
Yeah,
love
right?
that. If I wanted this set, that's why I would want it.
Right, right. But anyway, so the letter in this one was kind of pasted in, whereas in later years
Yeah.
it was sort of a
Very
standalone
cool.
card. But the nice gift in here is
Yeah.
these 4 glass
So
etched
great.
tumblers, 2 of them having like a 2x4 Lego brick, and then 2 of them having that same sort of
Wooden
simple
duck.
wooden duck
Yeah.
drawing here. So this is probably one of the best non-Lego
I would
set
agree with
gifts
that.
that they've made. A very hard to find item, very expensive, easily breakable as
Yeah.
well. I do, however, use these. I don't, just let them sit on the shelf and gather dust. I have, on occasion, broken these out
Nice.
Uh,
For
and-
special occasions.
for special occasions.
Yeah.
Brought them out and put them to good use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say S tier right now. If
Yeah.
anybody wants to fight me for
I
it.
mean, my initial thought was A, only because it's not a Lego item.
Okay.
I do love it, and if we had one tier for Lego-y things, one for the
Yeah,
non-Legos,
yeah, yeah.
it would definitely be an S. But I just think some of the Lego items might be better.
Yeah.
So I
well,
think
I'm
it's-
sitting here at the computer, so we're just gonna
Yeah.
go drop this
I'm
on
just
S
saying-
tier
I was
right
gonna
here.
say I'm giving it an S.
I'm
so
not upset about that. I'm just saying I don't know if it fully.
I don't think there's even going to be any better non-Lego items on here, so I think I'm okay
There's
with that
not.
one being
You're right.
nice.
This
Yeah.
this can be our only good one non-Lego item.
Very well, very well. There could be some that are half decent, but I certainly
Yeah.
think that is the best one that's on there for sure. So that was the last thing for 2011. Then for 2012, the Lego set item that we got was the Ole Kirk Christensen's house.
Oh yes.
Another one that I am proud to have in my collection.
This is your most
Look at that.
recent.
I don't want to cover Daniel all the
find?
way up.
This is probably my most recent
Yeah. This is
acquisition.
great.
Got this one at Brick Fair, Virginia this year. I have also
Yeah.
been to this house
Yeah.
and seen it in person, gotten pictures in front of it, which is very cool.
Yep.
That being
Okay.
said, this set I think is the one that's most due for a remake. For sure, an update to the color palette. The bright red bricks is
Yeah.
kind of outstanding, a
Was
little
that not the color it
obnoxious
was when
maybe.
you went?
It's like a muted
Yeah.
brick color. It's
Yeah.
sort of it could be either like a
I
nougat or
think
a
on the
dark
side,
red.
Randy, the other side.
Oh
Is there
yes,
a
it
color
has.
picture?
Yes, it does
Yeah,
have
there
that.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it's kind of like a nougat colored brick,
It is
and
very
then
bright, but
the
it
roof
definitely
is like
yeah.
a clay tile.
It
Yeah.
could be more
Like a
accurate.
dark
Yeah.
orange.
I personally, this is probably one of my favorite employee gifts. I don't
Yeah.
own it and probably never will, but I do
Yeah.
love the idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the color scheme's not perfect, but it is. You know what it is when you see it.
Yeah.
Honestly, my first thought was S tier,
I think I'm gonna say A tier because I
I-
think it
and-
has some room for
Yeah.
improvement.
and your points do make me think you're right. I think
Okay.
it is an A tier because
It's
it is
very
old. It's
good.
old Kirk's house, which
Yeah.
is amazing, but the colors definitely would be a lot. It would be so much better if it was more accurate.
Yeah.
I was going with S tier just because like
You think
without
S tier too?
without
All right.
this you can't go anywhere else.
All right,
Right.
This
bump
is
it up
the
to
You know
A.
what?
OG.
I think you're right.
Like,
bump it up
this
to
That's a
is-
very good point.
And yes, there's room for improvement, but are we scoring on room for improvement
That's
or are we
fair.
scoring on
That's
what
fair.
the gift is?
Wow.
Because as a gift,
Okay, all right.
I gotta tell you, I feel like that's
Listen,
definitely S
if
tier.
the cups are S tier,
Yeah.
old Kirk is old.
Ole Kirk, not
Ole.
old Kirk.
Yeah, sorry, old Kirk.
Ole Kirk.
That's what I meant.
All right, we'll
So,
drop
yeah.
that on S tier. That's
Yeah.
top tier for sure.
Yeah.
All right, and then our non-Lego item in 2011 was definitely, 2012 we are on.
Yeah.
Our non-Lego item for 2012 was this interesting chess set that
This
we have
this
over here.
Lego chess set.
Yeah.
See where it says Lego on it?
Yeah.
This one I picked up by sort of an odd coincidence. I think Joey, they got it in Orlando down there, and
Oh.
Joey was like, "Hey, we got this weird thing. Do you want it?" Because Joey knows me. He knows I like weird stuff. And I don't think Joey knew it was an employee exclusive gift, but I did because I've talked to Stefan, one of our good friends
Yeah.
at the store here, who was an employee. And when I was talking to him about these glass tumblers, he was telling me about the other non-Lego items, which
Yeah.
there's not a lot of information about, and he was just rattling some off as examples, and he said, "Oh, there was like a camping chair and a chess set," And so when Joey said chess set, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's
Yeah.
that one. Now
Have
this
you
one,
looked at the playing cards?
they are.
Yeah.
I mean, you can open
Is it
them.
open?
Is
They're
it-
not taped. I don't
It's
think
not
so.
a
I don't
chess
think
set.
they're-
It's actually a whole
Oh.
game board.
It's like a,
You're
it's
right.
like
It's a
one of
whole
those
game
like
board, right?
12
Yeah,
in
okay,
one
yeah.
game
There's
sets.
a
Yeah.
lot of game pieces in here.
There's chess, there's checkers, there's
Dominoes.
dominoes,
Yeah.
there's I think this is
But the
cribbage.
only branding is on
And
the
then there's
top,
whatever
right?
this
Is that the only
Right.
Lego
So I'm
branding?
gonna guess Lego basically just got these from some supplier where
Yeah.
they could put the logo
Yeah.
on the front
Yeah.
board there. So it's a nice gift, but as far as Lego collectibles go, I don't know. I feel like I'm at like
That is tough. If someone gave this to me
maybe
as a Christmas
maybe C
present,
tier.
I would
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't love it because of any Lego-y aspect of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's
a,
just
good,
a good
So
game.
I'd
Yeah.
say it's a C.
C tier.
Yeah, that's
You agree
fair.
with that,
I
Randy?
agree with that. I agree with
All
that.
right, we'll drop that on there.
If
C
all
tier
the
for
stuff
game set.
inside was branded, if they were like
Oh,
Lego
yeah,
cards
that-
or
right.
like Lego looking dominoes, which I feel like would
That-
be awesome.
That would be huge.
Yeah.
the
if
the
they
lack
had
of
been-
branding is a little.
Even if they were just like
little bit
red
disappointing.
dominoes
Yeah.
or something, I think the playing cards
Color.
was the biggest miss.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for 2012. We are going to go on to 2013 with A Christmas Tale.
Oh yes. The
This
year I
one
was
is
born.
Is that-
not much better than the reindeer, I would say, honestly. I don't know. How do you feel about this one, Randy?
Oh come on! It's a skeleton face snowman. I love it.
Yeah?
Is he glow in the dark? What
He
is
looks
going
like he
on?
glows in the dark.
I don't think he does.
He doesn't?
way.
I think
don't
it's
know.
just the
There's-
contrast.
This is like a
pieces
light up
kinda
thing. I
do
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
yeah.
Maybe some
It's
this
the
is-
skeleton head snowman
are
just
really
with the
freaky.
derby.
Yeah.
The
But-
minifigures are really freaky.
The little
looking.
mini people or something.
Yeah,
It's a,
I'm not sure what
They're
were
just
doing
they're all
there.
little heads.
All I
and
see
their
is the
bodies are also
snowman.
little
Yeah.
heads.
All I see is the snowman, but it's like 4 little scenes that go together.
Okay, that's actually a little better.
That's
so
nice.
you know,
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
never-
I've
There you
never
go.
looked
Yeah,
at the
check
I
that
was
out.
say I haven't looked at this.
I
I've
like the
never
little
seen that.
gear for like the
Little
toy machine for the
workshop,
elves.
little
Yeah.
forest inside the house with a Christmas tree. and
He's
then-
totally glow in the dark. Look at
Yeah,
that.
he's
Mhm.
gotta be.
That's crazy. Yeah, and then the little Santa on the sleigh with the reindeer.
See, it's
And
growing
it looks
on you.
like so 4 models and building instructions for
Yeah.
So you
fun
could-
family building.
Yeah, exactly.
This is something they do more nowadays, but this is
So-
maybe one of their kind of they're
Yeah.
branding it on the side too. It's meant for multiple people to build
Yeah.
together as an experience. So Lego
That's
definitely does that a
cool.
lot.
Okay,
more.
Yeah.
it was a
Growing on
lot.
you a
It
little
was
bit?
a
Yeah.
lot worse. I
Okay.
mean, look at that. That is not as cool as that.
Yeah.
I'm still feeling a little bit C or D tier.
Oh no, it's definitely low. I'd say D.
D tier.
Oh, I'm
How do you
going
think?
C, but I understand if I'm getting outvoted.
I
Yeah.
think
But
I think I'm
it's
gonna go for
D.
D tier on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
This one is available on atlbrick.com though.
Oh,
I
look
pulled
at
this
that.
one out of the
It is.
course out
Hey,
there.
How much
so-
is
look at that.
If you're looking for
150.
this one.
Well,
$149.99,
That's not
everybody.
even bad. Daniel might pick it up, guys.
BTSbrick.com.
No.
Get it before Daniel. No, come
Right?
on. Trying to sell stuff here.
Yeah, I know.
There you
Hey,
go.
if you're a holiday employee exclusive
Yeah.
completionist, we do have it.
We
It's
do
probably
have
not
one.
what you see very often. All right, so let's see.
Cool.
That was our 2013 gift, and I did not find a non-Lego gift for that year. So if you know one, let us know in the comments.
Oh, okay.
For sure. Moving on to 2014, the official set this year was the Lego Hub Birds. This is one that we apparently have a copy of. I think Orlando
yeah.
also
I
has a
think
copy.
so.
You got one? Yeah.
They did at least
This
a
one
while.
is
Randy, I'm not even going to ask you what you
$349.
think
You
about
know
this
exactly
one.
what I think of that. I don't even
Let
want
me
to
see.
touch it.
Randy
I don't
doesn't
even wanna
like
touch it.
birds. Randy's not a big birds fan.
That's a hard
Um,
pass.
But yeah, this is one of the more expensive ones
Yeah.
for sure. So,
$350.
Yeah.
something I did not know about this one was that it was made as a companion set to the the Lego Ideas set birds,
It was?
but sort of like as an expansion to it. But what's interesting
different.
is each one of these birds represents one of the different hubs. That's what hub means
Mhm.
for the Lego company at the time. So they're the national birds of
Oh.
those countries. So you've got the bald eagle, the national bird of the United States. You've got the robin for the United Kingdom, the crimson sunbird for Singapore, the crane for China, and then the swan for Denmark. So they're all the national birds of, I guess, countries where Lego had factories or headquarters
Yeah.
buildings in 2014 at the time.
That's an interesting idea behind it.
It
I think
is.
that's
Yeah.
cool. The packaging is cool.
It's actually
Birds.
Randy loves
Negative
it.
1 million.
She doesn't like the
Negative
birds.
1 million
Oh,
for
you
the birds.
really don't like birds?
Nope.
it's not one that's maybe held up super well. However, it
Do you
is
own
very
this?
similar to. I do not own this one.
Mhm.
It's one that is very similar to one that they're releasing this year, which
Yeah.
we'll talk about
Yeah.
towards the end of this
Yeah.
video, which
Yeah.
is
I
Kind of interesting.
don't love it.
It is on sale at ATL Brick though.
I
This one's $349.99.
this is very mid.
Yeah, I
So
don't
very
know.
C to me.
Oh, I think
I
lower
was,
than that.
I'm gonna.
I'm going like
What do you
D
think?
or I would say F, but
Randy,
but-
we're biased.
Personally,
how about I
but like
split
a
it down
D
the
or an
middle?
E.
How about I split it down the middle? I'm gonna say D tier.
D. Okay. Okay.
Crazy. I
I'm gonna
can't
say
believe
D
you
tier.
put that at the same level as that Christmas set.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may shuffle
And the
things around
game?
later. We can shuffle
Come
things
on.
around later. And
Yeah,
the
I would
game-
say that's crazy.
That's okay. Move it down to E. It's fine.
The game.
No,
The
no,
game
the
or
birds.
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, all right. So what's the? No. We'll wait and see if D
Yeah.
stacks a
Okay.
little
See
more.
where
And
we
maybe
go.
we'll redistribute. some.
That's insane.
All right. We're gonna keep moving here. All right. In 2014, we had 2 non-Lego items in this year.
Oh, to make up for the year before.
To make up for the year before. All right, so our first non-Lego item here in 2014 was this nice throw blanket, which this was like before they did, that VIP throw blanket, which is a really nice
I have
blanket.
2 of that.
Yeah.
blanket,
We talked about it, I
actually,
think, in last
Yeah.
week's
We did.
episode.
It's such a good blanket.
But this also, I've never felt it, but this looks like
It
a
looks
really
like the same
soft,
material,
Ooh,
really soft
that's
blanket
nice.
here.
Yeah.
You've got the Lego sort of like embroidered on the actual blanket. So again, we've got it on the item, which is good. We've got this little sort of ribbon wrapped around it with Happy Holidays from Lego, and then it comes in this big kind of cardboard-looking box that's sort of like stitched up the sides.
That's nice.
That's got a Lego on it. So a pretty nice non-Lego gift. Nice and functional. You could use it. It says you're an employee of Lego. So, well, okay. You're saying it's as good as the game set?
I'm saying it's better than the birds.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
better. I agree. I think it's better than birds. Not
And
as good
the
as
game
birds.
set is good, but again, this is way more Lego-y.
That's true. It's more Lego-y. It's probably more functional. But I
Yeah.
mean, everything's more functional than actual Lego itself. But that's why you're into Legos for
Right.
sets to put on shelves. But all right.
Every time
I
you
can-
use
I
this,
can
though,
get
you
with
have
C2.
Lego. You don't. Every time you play that game, you don't see Lego.
True.
Yeah.
True. These early ones, we're stacking the bottom half of the list pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably going to
I
be
think
good
it's
here in
gonna
a couple
change.
years.
Yeah.
We're leaving room open to grow
Lego
up on the top
gets
of the
good
list.
sometimes.
Yeah, it does. All right, next up, and this is insane. I swear we have this in the store somewhere, and we could not find it.
it. Just sold.
Oh,
So what's interesting about this one is we actually did have one of these in the store, and I think
Yeah.
we even did a short about it or something.
Yeah.
It was
Where Austin was pulling it,
Yeah.
That's right,
he had plugged his phone in and was playing Lord of the Rings music through the
As he
was
speakers.
he
walking
saying he was
out.
going on an adventure or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. You
yeah.
can go back and find that.
Yeah.
It's man.
oh, it was
It's
Just
good.
for that reason, I love this.
It's like
thing.
a rolling backpack plus cooler with a built-in
Radio.
like radio.
Radio.
There's nothing more like early mid 2000s
It is.
than this
yeah.
for sure.
Oh man.
It had like a
It was
little
so
aux
good.
port and like
Yeah.
a headphone jack on it. And it
FM,
was,
AM.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude.
it was.
Oh.
So good.
Ooh, it was something, all right.
I liked it a lot.
Very special. Not sure how practical it is or how well it's aged. I don't know how you feel about this.
I
one.
think it's an S
You're about to
tier.
say S tier? No.
No.
I think the best this could be is a B.
A B tier. God, even
Oh.
that's pretty generous.
I feel like
I think it's funny for the meme
I
of it,
think the
but
Lord
like,
of the Rings part of it is in my brain.
Yeah.
So judge accordingly.
See,
without me.
I'm
God.
thinking that's more of like a C or D. Oh, I really don't think it's up there. It was cool because we
You know
had
what?
it here and I
It's
saw it. but
probably
it's-
an S.
B
Yeah.
tier.
B tier. Okay.
B tier for the cooler. Tough.
Yeah.
Tough. Fight
yeah.
me. Fight me in the comments. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. Next
It's
is
Lego
gonna be-
branded, okay?
Yeah.
I know it is. It's Lego
is.
on there. It's got like a big minifigure.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the
It's very
Infomaniac or
Lego-y,
something.
yeah.
All right, next up is going to be 2015. This is one of the more kind of random sets, but I really like this one a lot. This is the
Borkum?
Borkum Riffgrund
Borkum.
#1.
Yeah.
So this is based on a real like offshore thing where they like take this
Has
boat
pictures
out
on
and
the
it
back,
rises
right?
up on these stilts and it sets up these like offshore wind farm things that I think Lego's
Crazy,
parent
yeah.
company, Kirkby or whatever, was
Yeah.
paying to have this or contributing towards this offshore wind farm to offset energy costs and CO2 emissions and things like that. So this was for
Neat,
phase 1 of that project. They did this to commemorate that. So it's apparently in the North Sea off the coast of Germany. You can read more. There's tons of tidbits.
And
on
there's
the
a
back
lot of
the box.
information.
Yeah.
But
Each
as I
turbine
said-
is 147 meters tall, which is so unhelpful and
Yeah.
capable of producing enough.
Maybe Freedom units
Yeah.
over here.
Capable of producing enough energy to power over 3,300 EU homes.
Each turbine. Okay, that's pretty
Okay.
good.
That's impressive.
I mean, when I went over to Denmark the first time, there were wind turbines everywhere, both on land and in the ocean.
So
it's crazy.
what's cool is on the
Super
back
cool.
here, it also shows the boat with all of the supplies on it, with
Mhm.
the turbines, the
Mhm.
poles, and then also the stilts going up. So
Yeah,
this-
so you can do it with the set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You can. I think it's when you raise the stilts up, it's got like the little sliders on the bottom. I haven't built this one yet, but I do
Yeah.
want to. You
yeah.
can like slide the boat along. You can raise all the stilts up, and then use the crane to like pick up the fan blades off the the
That's
side and the
cool.
posts, and like actually like pretend like you're setting up. For
Honestly,
the
yeah,
turbine.
this is a
Yeah.
cool set in general. I've always kind of dismissed it, but actually looking at it closer now, it's pretty.
I have a
it's
very
pretty
important
neat.
It's got
question
some
for
fun
my
play
ring theme.
features. Yes,
Does it float?
probably not.
Duh.
That's so interesting too, because I always find it hilarious that like on every Lego set with a boat, it says "boat does not float."
Yeah.
They even put it on. What was the funniest one that I saw? It was the Micro Ninjago City ones.
Oh yeah.
Where the boat is literally like
Three
three
Just
pieces,
yeah.
and it said "boat does not float."
Does it say boat does not float on
It
there?
doesn't.
Maybe it does.
It does.
This might have been like before
Maybe it does
whatever
float.
year they were
Well,
required.
and
to
it's
start
also
putting
a
that on
gift.
there.
Maybe they think their
Yeah.
employees are smart enough to know that by now.
Yeah. Oh, it's a punch tab box.
Yeah,
That's
oh.
not gonna help it.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
this is.
I like this one a lot.
This
I'm
is
feeling
better
A
than I
tier.
thought. I could be.
I feel like this is A tier.
I can be convinced that.
Yeah.
You feel like A tier?
Yeah.
Alright. I think this is one I need to build on like a Joya building or
Yeah,
something.
you
It's a
need to
good
build
one
one
to
of
build.
these. Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
want to see it built.
I'm gonna drop that in A tier.
Hey, our first
I like
A.
that one a
And
lot.
this is part of your collection?
That's one of my personal collections.
So we will sell it for a small price
Yeah.
of $1,000.
So what's interesting about, despite the fact that some of these are in my collection, we don't have them here for sale. Almost all of them I have bought here from the
It's
store.
true.
So
Yeah.
it's the type of stuff we get in.
Yeah.
It's the type of
I
stuff
remember
we.
when you bought that one.
It's
Yeah.
the type of stuff we probably have listings for on our website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could go to those sold out listings and sign up to get notified if we add one in stock next
Yeah.
time.
It may
I'm just
not
gonna
be
tilt this
instant,
way.
but it
It's like-
will definitely be something we get again.
And those
Yeah.
are the great ones to get notified for because
They're
I mean,
super
who knows how
random,
long it
yeah.
would be before we would get
It
it.
could be
but
tomorrow or in a year.
Yeah.
That's the fastest
That's
way.
part of
you're
the fun
gonna
part.
know
You
about
never
Oh,
know.
yeah,
You never
for
know.
sure.
All right, let's see. So our other set that we got, or sorry, our other non-Lego item that we
Yeah.
got that year was a travel chair. So this is just a pretty basic folding travel chair.
Oh, I love it.
It's not
Yeah.
really anything special. It's got Lego on the back of it. It's got some like red kind of trim that goes around it. It's sort of one of the bigger bucket seat kind of style ones that you
That's a
probably
big old
kind of
F.
sink into.
Come on now.
An
That
F.
is an
I was
F.
gonna be
I'm
a little
sorry.
nice and give it
Oh,
like
okay.
an E, but
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
how you feel.
I'm sorry.
It
Yeah.
leans back. It's kind of got a big
It's
sack for your butt, and it
Yeah.
folds up. I assume there's some kind of bag that it
You
goes
know
I
that
mean,
is-
as
into.
someone
Okay,
with a
you
large,
There you go,
sit in
there's
that
the
and
bag
you're
it
gonna be
goes
like
in.
this.
I mean, but as someone with a large butt, I need it to.
Okay.
Joe, you're touching the ground. You're touching the ground. If you sit on that, you're on the floor.
I don't think it's a bungee one. It's just,
Wing.
I said Joe.
So
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
so you're asking me to say E or F.
whatever you want.
I think it's better than the heart,
E?
so it's an E.
Okay. It's gonna go there with the stationery and the
Yeah.
tote bag and everything.
Can
Okay.
we just go ahead and move the other heart down to F real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I
it's
don't
in a
think
box.
It was in a box.
It's in a
No,
box.
it's gotta
I
be
know,
better
It's in
than
a
you're
box,
right.
Joe.
It's gotta be
Don't
better than
forget.
that.
Don't
It's in
forget
a
it's in a
box.
box.
That's what F
Yeah.
tier is for.
Yeah.
That's true. This is just garbage as F.
Exactly.
He's not great.
Yeah, I'm pretty tough.
I'm still saying the chair's
All right,
F.
here we go. Now we're getting
Okay.
to the real ones.
Okay,
we're getting
good
to the real
stuff, good
ones.
stuff, okay.
2016, we
Yes.
had the 50 years on
Oh,
track.
show that one, Joe.
50 years of Lego trains.
Oh.
This is another fantastic set. So this one we got 6 different sort of, I don't know, not even micro scale, really like midi scale
Yeah.
basically.
honestly.
Models of some of the most iconic trains throughout history. So starting in 1966 with the motorized train set, we got the Western train from 76, the Metro liner, just beautiful. I think it
Yeah.
looks really great in that scale
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
They're kind of, some people describe them as like sort of like a chibi kind of look or scale, but I think it really works great here, especially for like the Metro liner. The monorail transport system,
That one's so well designed.
another
Okay.
fantastic one. The Emerald Knight
Emerald Knight.
works pretty well.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
could
it's
have
fine.
maybe
Yeah.
used some stickers or printed pieces, but I don't think they typically put those in
Yeah.
these employee gifts. And then the Winter Holiday Train,
Sure.
another
Yeah.
one that
Looks
works
good.
well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a cool set, and then the fact that all of these were actual sets,
Just
scaled down.
Yeah,
Go
just
ahead.
just
this
put
is-
it up at
oh,
S.
oh, yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
question.
No question. This is an S. This is one of the random employee gifts that
Mhm.
I've even thought about getting
Yeah.
sometimes. Like
Yeah.
if
That's
I had a lot of
beautiful.
credit
It's just
and
a
this
good
came
set.
in, I would get it. Because
yeah,
it is
you
cool.
get a little section of track with each one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get a little nameplate. The monorail actually comes with an
monorail-
elevated track
that
that
one's
looks like
so
the monorail
good.
track.
What
It's
a great
perfect.
display piece.
It's like 3
everything about
studs
it's-
wide,
yeah.
and it just uses like that train rail in the middle, which looks like the little teeth on the monorail tracks. It's like
Oh,
everything about this set just worked really well. Like I feel like even if they remade this, like not much would change. Like
Yeah.
this has aged well for being already like 8 years old.
Yeah.
now.
Very good.
So fantastic set.
That's
Very glad to
great.
have that one as part of my collection.
Mhm.
And that's one we actually I feel like see come through here fairly
That is
often.
one of the most common ones to see.
So we
which
should
is
definitely
exciting.
have a listing for it. You could definitely sign up
Yes.
for that one if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to 2017. We have the Lego Nutcracker. So this was to celebrate the 85th anniversary of the company as well as the 40th anniversary of Lego Technic. So this was a Nutcracker that was built almost exclusively out of all Technic parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
which is
believe
pretty
Orlando
interesting.
may currently have one in stock. They at least did recently.
Oh, do
Oh.
they? Interesting. So
Yeah.
you can see it was all made out of like various like Technic panels. His shoulder pads were like these big wheels, and so it was all kind of
Yeah.
Technic parts. I think it was nice that they chose to do it to like honor Lego Technic,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
Lego Technic is not really for me. I don't enjoy building with it
Fair
that
enough.
much, so it doesn't quite do it for me. But how y'all feeling about
It
this?
doesn't read Nutcracker. I don't know. Like I don't. think,
I don't know. I kind of think it's well designed. I think
Yeah.
it's done well.
Yeah,
I
what
think
you
it's a
read?
B.
Yeah. I have a lot of Nutcrackers. I really like Nutcrackers. This is not one that I want.
This is not one that
This
you would
is
ever
not
get
one
just
that I
because you
want.
don't care for Technic, or you don't want a Lego Nutcracker, or
I
what?
no. I would love to have a Lego Nutcracker. That looks really cool. I've yet to see one.
They've done a
come
lot of
through.
small
They
ones.
have,
They need to do
yeah.
a full size.
I think
one.
there
right.
could be a really cool full size one, but yeah, I don't like the Technic pieces for this one.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I don't know. What are we
I don't
feeling
know.
on this?
I say B, but you guys clearly don't like it as
No.
much.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's look. Gosh, is it as good as the duck or the backpack cooler
I
though,
know.
or is it
No
more like
way.
6 bricks and game set?
I'll leave
Yeah.
this in y'all's hands.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a B. It's
let's,
not
let's
a B.
go with let's go with C for now. We'll go with C. And yeah, you might be able to get one on our website right now if we have it in
Yeah, we
if
might.
we have it in Orlando. All right. In 2017, we had our non-Lego item, which was this watch set, which is one of the nicer sort of watch system sets for adults. It came in this really nice sort of white cardboard box with a hinged lid with like these different colors on it and like a little plate. But it is one of the nicer watches. It's got kind of that more glossy texture
Mhm.
to it, unlike some of the standard ones, which are a little more of like a matte finish.
Yeah.
I have one that comes in a similar box to this, but I think the contents are different, so I don't think it's this exact one. And I didn't think to bring it in today because I didn't know it was an
Yeah,
employee
fair
account,
enough.
so I didn't bring it with me. But we'll throw the pictures up on screen here of the one that we are talking about for sure. So a pretty nice gift. I think this
Yeah.
would be something that would be fun to wear to work if you
Yeah.
work for Lego.
I think
Just
that's
like
a cool
any of
gift.
our watches.
Yeah.
So you get lots of fun interchangeable links, which are colors, and it's got a pretty nice face.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
subtle. You wouldn't really even know
No,
that it was
yeah.
Lego necessarily. I mean, it's got like a 2x2 brick in there. And it
Inside it,
says
yeah.
it says Lego on it, but pretty subtle, pretty minimalist. There's the outside of the box there as well. So
That's good.
I think this is a
packaging.
pretty
Yeah.
nice gift.
I think that's a nice gift.
I think that's a
would
B.
mind, Yeah,
I'm feeling B tier for
yeah
this one.
I agree.
I think
I
so.
agree.
We'll drop that up there on B tier. All right, moving on to 2018 is going to be 40 years of the Lego minifigure. This is one that.
This is stupid.
This is
Okay, tell me how you really feel, Joe.
Yeah. This
great
is,
packaging.
yeah.
The
Oh
concept
yeah.
was
Okay.
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
So how many minifigures do you get
None.
for the
Goose egg.
Absolutely none.
celebration of the minifigure?
Yeah. there
No,
you go.
sorry, 3.
No, yeah, they're on the
guys?
top. Yeah,
Yeah,
look,
you
they're on
get
the
two.
top. Yeah,
You
you
get
get
three.
right.
You get a Blacktron fig, a nurse, and a pirate guy. They're
Oh,
not
well,
even
it doesn't
those
even
ones.
show
It's
those
not
on
even
the
those
top.
ones. Oh,
Interesting. They must be in there somewhere.
Oh, you know what? It does come with 3 presents, so I bet
They're
they're
probably
each
in the
one
presents.
Yeah.
present.
Gotcha. I think what they were trying to do was like not put the gift on the front of the box, so
So
like
that
it was a
it's actually a
surprise when we
surprise.
were opening it. But like,
Nope.
I
What
don't
was it
know.
called again?
I don't know. Yeah, 40 years of Lego minifigures. So
So there's like this weird
Yeah.
upscaled Santa riding a reindeer with his sleigh, and it's not the worst,
yeah,
but it's also very much not the best.
yeah. I mean, you got to remember they hadn't done a lot of upscaled minifigures at this point. I mean, they had maybe had the airport battle one even come out with the giant man.
I don't
At this
remember.
point? And they certainly didn't have like the upscaled minifigures like we have today. So this was like kind of a cool concept as a way to honor the minifigure, but it's sort of interesting.
I can't say this is necessarily good. I think it's D. I think it's D.
D.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
better than
What did
the
you think,
heart.
Randy?
Oh, okay.
You think worse?
I think worse.
You think
Really,
worse?
I'm
it can't
sorry.
be worse than the heart.
I feel
I
like
think it's D.
if we're celebrating the minifigure
It
and
comes
you
with
get
3.
1,099 pieces and only 3 of those are minifigures.
I'll let go. We
Just
can
like
move
that.
on.
Okay,
I can't put that lower than the heart. That's just not right.
Okay. So where
Basically,
did it
any
go?
of these Lego sets with any like decent number of pieces in them are at least a D tier
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I think. I don't know. We'll see. It's very well that the heart polybag may be the only one that ends up in F tier.
Pretty packaging.
Which is
Pretty
good.
packaging.
I mean,
I'll give
we
it
don't
that.
want
I
it to
wish
be
they
F.
had done something better for
Oh,
the
wait.
40th anniversary
Hold on,
of the
there's something over here. I don't want
Oh.
to. There we go.